I am really excited to speak with you today. So, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Bryn Snyder, and I grew up in Alberta, Canada, and my husband and I met at BYU. I am a graphic designer by trade, but I don't do that very much. I have 5 kids. My youngest is 18 months, and I am excited to share with you some things that I've learned studying. So, I was asked to give a talk on something that stuck out to me in April conference. And the overall theme that I really felt was that we need to have a deeper conversion to the gospel. And I loved the talks. One talk that I really liked was called Deep in Our Heart, and it is by Douglas D. Holmes. And so I hope that you can take the time to read it. It's funny, when I first was thinking about one and I looked at this one, I forgot it has a connection to the youth. But the thing I loved about it was I felt like it was talking about our connection to each other. And I hope that as you read it, you can think about the connection that you want to make with someone in the Relief Society. I first wanted to give a talk on the priesthood and the Relief Society and how they work together. And so, if you haven't read the talk by the General Presidency on the priesthood power, you should read that one. I love life, and I love the gospel, and I love all the things that it gives us. And I think sometimes we can get stuck with things that we can feel like there are things that maybe hinder the gospel. But I really think that as we learn to love and understand the gospel, we understand that it's all encompassing, and that it is just such a positive resource. So I want, when I was at BYU, and Danny and I just got married. We moved into an apartment building that had 3 floors, and we were on the second floor. And after we moved in, I was like laying on the bed because I was wiped out, and I heard this sound that was like tick, 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 tick. And it was so annoying. And every single day I would hear that sound, and I knew it was coming from the apartment above me. And at first I was super annoyed. And then as the weeks went on, I was still very annoyed. So then I went to church, and when I was there one Sunday, I was like, I want to be friends with that girl. So I got to know her, and she had a probably 18-month-old. And I found out that she was the person who lived above me, and I was excited to get to know her. And I went over to her house like 2 days later, and when I was there, her son put on her high heels and he walked around the house, and I heard the sound that went tick, 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 tick. And I was like, oh my gosh, that sound that's been driving me crazy is this little kid wearing high heels around the house. And it was amazing how once I had understood the situation, my perspective of the annoyance changed. Instead of being super frustrated, when I would hear that sound, I would think, oh my gosh, Thatcher's running around with the high heels on. He's such a cute little kid. And I guess as I read this talk, it made me realize that when we love and serve others and we get to know them, the annoyances of life or the things that are frustrating about them no longer affect us. Instead, our hearts turn to love. And the relationships that we build are what bring us true happiness. I think first we need to have a relationship with ourselves,